What is a buffer zone? Have you ever wondered how parks and campgrounds manage to protect wildlife while still allowing visitors to enjoy nature? One of the key strategies they use is called a buffer zone. So, what exactly is a buffer zone? A buffer zone is a designated area surrounding a protected natural space, like a national park or campground. This area helps balance conservation goals with controlled human activity. It acts as a transitional space between strictly protected habitats and areas where people are allowed to engage in recreational activities. Buffer zones serve as protective barriers, limiting human impact on sensitive environments. For parks and campgrounds, this means managing activities like camping, hiking, or other recreational uses to prevent damage to habitats. For instance, in outer buffer areas, drive-up camping might be permitted. However, inner zones often restrict access to low-impact activities like primitive camping or guided trails. In terms of wildlife safety and watershed protection, buffer zones play a vital role. They help prevent habitat fragmentation by creating safe corridors for animals such as deer, bears, and migratory birds to move between protected areas. Additionally, buffer zones filter pollutants from runoff before they enter waterways, which protects drinking water sources and aquatic ecosystems. They also reduce human-wildlife conflicts by maintaining a physical and ecological separation between campgrounds and critical habitats, lowering the chances of encounters. Parks often implement buffer zones through several practical applications. One method is activity zoning, where specific areas are designated for high-use recreation, like picnic spots, while restricted zones limit foot traffic. Another approach is using vegetation buffers, which involve planting native trees or shrubs around water bodies to stabilize soil and absorb contaminants. Educational signage is also common, informing visitors about restricted areas and the ecological role of buffer zones in protecting nearby streams or wildlife. When visiting parks and campgrounds, campers and hikers might notice buffer zones as areas with strict noise or campfire regulations. These measures help minimize disturbances to wildlife. There are often designated trails that guide visitors away from sensitive nesting or breeding grounds. Seasonal closures may also occur during critical periods, such as animal migrations or watershed recharge seasons. By respecting these boundaries, visitors contribute directly to conservation efforts. This ensures that parks remain ecologically resilient while supporting sustainable recreation. Understanding what a buffer zone is and its importance can help everyone enjoy the beauty of nature while protecting it for future generations.